Some parts of the following feature are filmed in a reminiscence of vision. Now, we're on to what was kind of like my playground when I was old enough to get there on my own. And this is the Common. Now these trees have really grown since I was a wee nipper. And these, you got the Common here, which as it says, there's a little common, there's a little babbling brook there that eventually runs through the back of the garden where I grew up. Oh, I remember when this is just a rickety old bit of railway sleeper across there. A lovely little pond this. And sometimes this would freeze over and you'd be able to skate on it or do skidders on it. There used to be some Muscovy ducks, coots and moorhens that lived on here. Island over there. It's lovely. This over here is the local corner shop called The Cabin, or it was at the time. And I got my first ever job there doing paper rounds. So I'm going to go and get a cheese and onion pasty. Well, they didn't have any cheese and onion pies. So I had a small thing of grapes and I bought a bottle of water. And I'm going to take you up here onto the further bit of the Common. But these two trees, I've got a feeling there was another tree, a really old oak. These are oaks, these trees. I used to love climbing this one. It was a really good tree to climb, along with that one. But there was another oak tree that was just over there, really, you know, kind of gnarled and knobbly and old. It was a beautiful thing. So I'm just gonna shut up for a bit. Might speed this up. Or did I just tread in dog shit? No. Right, I'm gonna shut up now. Oh, it is a nice tree, that. See, this area is so... The woods and stuff are so different from where I am in Brighton. It's so different from the downs. The wooded bits, they're just a different type of tree. Got a generally different vibe. Oh, look at that lovely red. A little hint of autumn coming in there. That's really nice.
Like the garden gnomes, with natural payments we own a home. Simple type not known to roam, use cup and string, don't own no phone. But we love a good market, never walk past it. Soup in the basket, don't have to ask for it. The local band jam the wildest folk, while I spoke ears tingle from the wildest quote.
He is the master of wood, water and hill. Trees and the grasses and all things growing or living in the land belong each to themselves. Tom Bombadil is the master.
We like to climb up trees and build our houses up them. We live the best construction deep in the forest. We're out in the fields about quarter a day. For this time we forget how we ought to behave. Have a good dance, strong side of the week. make our moves on time to the beat. Now our mind is lit by the fire of drums, higher wire balancing plier tight thumbs. The age is burned from the equal ground, speaking sound this tree tall town.
Dearie doll, merry doll, the repeated words, whoa, ring-a-ding-dillo.
We like to climb up trees and build our houses up them. We make the best construction deep in the forest.
Wow. Oh, this area does so remind me of. It takes me back. This area. So we're on Homewood Common at the moment, North Homewood Common, and this clearing area was actually cleared by Italian prisoners of war during the Second World War to make a cricket pitch. As you can see, it's not a cricket pitch anymore. The rabbits run this place now. Just over there you've got Homewood Wood, which I remember it burnt down. There was a fire and it all burnt down for years. It was just gnarled old stumps there, but it looks like it's, you know, nature takes itself back really nicely. And it's just really. I've got to go and sit down, and we can reminisce together while I sit down. I am older than I used to be, you know. So I'm going to sit on this bench. I have cheeky memories of this bench, but a gentleman doesn't tell. So, oh yeah, it's just lovely, this little clearing. And I think it's early enough in the day for me to try and find this other clearing, another high point. Hopefully I can get there. It's one of those places, I haven't been there since one of the times I failed my driving test. Lovely, I can't remember what it's called, but it's got a lovely view from there. And we'll see if we can find it together, or I'll get lost. And we'll have to get the North Homewood police to find me, because I'm so lost. These flowers are something that you get quite a lot around in this area. Now the flowers themselves are very pretty. You sometimes get a hedgerow full of them. But the best thing is how they spread their seeds. Hopefully... Oh, did you see that? I'm quite chuffed. I'm doing this without any maps and just vaguely from what I remember, you know, possibly 20-25 years ago. Yeah, possibly 25 years ago. From the last time I came up here was when I'd failed my driving test for the third time, and I was a bit sad, and I thought I'd try and find this bit and go for a walk. And I remember there was a wide avenue up to it. Have a look at that. Is that a wide avenue going up? Fingers crossed. There you go, there's a bench commemorating 1995. There's another two benches over there. One commemorates 2002, the other one's the year 2000. I'm not sitting on them. I'm old school, mofo. I'm old school. I sit on this bench because it's 1995, blood. Very windy up here. It's not that high up, alright? We're not at mountain height or anything, but shall we just have a look at the view? And yeah, that's it really. That's all I came up here, for a quick look at the view. Look at that. going to keep this in Slackser vision for a little while, because I just had a bit of a Slackser moment, or you know, I just managed to get off the path. I don't quite know, I was following a path, and then next minute I found myself in the middle of thick bush. Oh, sailor! But yeah, so I was in the middle of the thick bush, and I was thinking, oh, I don't really know where I am. I can't see a horizon, so I can't look out for any viewpoints that I can use for reference. And then I saw a bit of a clearing, and there's just some weird little clearing in the middle of the woods. And then I noticed that one particular bramble bush was wiggling at me. It was just sort of like really shaking, and I was thinking, oh, what's that? And I started to be a little bit scared, because I'd read about a thing in a 14 times about a shaking bush, and my imagination started to run away with me. And then eventually found the road again, started walking down the road, and saw someone walking their dog, and I thought, what are they doing here? I'm walking here. But at the same time, I was kind of glad to see someone else, because I'd started to scare myself. The crazy world of Dullbedsitblogger's mind. So we're in the Dorking bypass at the moment, and I remember up here in these woods, you can see we've got loads of rhododendrons stuff here. In spring, this road looks really nice because all the rhododendrons come into flower, and there's a huge tulip tree in here, because this used to be a part of a big manor house garden, and there's like ornamental stairs in the middle of this, what is now quite overgrown. There's ornamental stairs there, and there's also what used to be used by the Dad's Army type place. There's a shooting range in there. There's like this metal hut that goes down, and it goes down into the ground into sort of like a cellar basement. I don't know if it's still there, but if anyone wants to explore, this is where to do it. So on the other side of the Dorking bypass, and I think this was part of the manor house garden, because there's bits of wall that used to be in here, and used to hang out and mess around here. And we got here, this is the Dean. I think Cotman Dean is what it's called. And you get this, the fair comes up here and does all the fair stuff up here. That's all very nice.